Welcome to the deep dive. We are diving into something pretty fascinating, I think, for you today, where data, AI, and cloud computing all come together. This is like a shortcut to understanding these forces that are changing, the digital world. And you sent us some really interesting articles and notes on like AI innovations and, all this data and then the cloud revolution. So we've kind of sifted through it for you.
Yeah,
Our mission is to pull out the core insights, save you some time,
absolutely.
and give you the key trends, the challenges, the opportunities that all come up when data, innovation, and the cloud work together. We want to equip you with actionable knowledge and a broader perspective on all this, and of course, directly from your sources.
Right. And it's really interesting how these three things are no longer separate. Your material points that out.
Yeah.
They're like this deeply interconnected ecosystem.
Yeah.
The data is like the fuel, AI is the engine processing it, and the cloud, it's like the infrastructure.
Yeah.
It's like the roads for this whole system to operate and scale.
Okay, let's unpack this for you a little bit.
Yeah.
Starting with data, like so many of your articles said data is crucial, for modern businesses, for all the AI advancements. It's like the foundation.
Right, absolutely. And the scale of it is like huge, right?
Mhm.
Like some of your research pointed out, just this year, 2024 alone, we're looking at like 120 zettabytes of data generated globally.
Wow.
Just to give you an idea, a zettabyte is a trillion gigabytes. It's like a
Yeah.
crazy amount. And this provides the raw material for AI models, to learn, to find complex patterns, the kind of stuff you see in those AI articles you sent us.
Yeah, the AI
To
article.
optimize things and make predictions with accuracy we've never seen before.
It's mind-boggling, that 120.
It is.
Makes you really think about the infrastructure, which one of your sources mentioned. But beyond quantity, what are some hurdles organizations face? It can't just be about storage.
No, it's far more complex than just having a bunch of hard drives.
Hmm.
One of the things is like effectively managing this data to unlock its potential for AI and innovation.
Yeah.
That was a theme in your articles.
Yeah, it came up a lot. I mean, it sounds like organizations are on this tightrope. On one side, there's innovation. You get these insights, but then there's the responsibility, the regulations.
Right.
How do they balance that?
That's the big question. It's multifaceted. They need robust frameworks, strong security, thoughtful approaches to use this data for innovation, but also to be responsible.
It's a lot. It's a lot to balance.
Absolutely.
Okay, so data is the foundation, complex foundation. Let's switch gears to cloud computing. I mean, it feels like, was it really that long ago every business had its own server room?
Right.
Now it's the cloud. It's changed, scalability, potentially lower costs, a much faster route to innovation.
And what's really cool, what you might have seen in your readings, is that cloud strategies have matured.
Okay.
It used to be just pick one provider. Now it's all about hybrid, multi-cloud, right?
Yeah.
Mix of on-premise and cloud, and then using several providers. No
Yeah.
vendor lock-in, better redundancy. If one system crashes, you got backup. More flexibility.
Makes sense. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. And then I've been hearing more about AI integrated into the cloud services themselves. So
Oh, yeah.
what's happening there?
But that's where it gets super interesting. So cloud providers, they're putting AI into their platforms.
Mhm.
So you have these AI tools for, managing infrastructure. Like they can automatically scale resources based on demand, predict system failures. And then they also offer like pre-trained AI models, development tools that businesses can just use.
Wow.
So they can build their own AI apps. AI is becoming more accessible. You probably saw that in your research.
Yeah, a lot of that. So the cloud is becoming smarter, essentially, which is a very powerful combo.
It is.
Now, you mentioned edge computing earlier, and it's a term popping up more and more. And how does it fit with the cloud? Because it seems almost counterintuitive, like bring computing closer to the edge, not the central cloud.
Yeah, it's a good observation. It's not about replacing the cloud. It's about complementing it. Think of things that need real-time processing, like autonomous vehicles.
Yeah,
They're going to make split-second decisions based on sensor data,
right.
or smart factories with thousands of sensors. If you send all that to the cloud and then wait for a response, there's latency. Big issue.
Right.
Edge computing processes data right at the source, super fast responses. The cloud still manages and analyzes the data, but that immediate processing is local. You probably saw this in some of the forward-looking stuff you sent.
That makes sense, especially where, a tiny delay could have big consequences. Now, with so much on the cloud, security has to be a huge concern.
Oh, absolutely. It's a shared responsibility.
Yeah.
But zero trust architectures, the never trust, always verify thing, are becoming crucial. We also see AI-driven threat detection. It can identify and respond to security incidents so much faster than old methods. End-to-end encryption. Data is protected, in transit and at rest. And then, of course, robust compliance frameworks, essential for meeting regulations, keeping that customer trust. It's a constant game of staying ahead of the bad guys.
Right. It's a moving target. Okay, so data, cloud. Now, let's talk about AI itself. I mean, it feels like we're way past the theory now.
Okay.
AI is impacting so many industries. You talked about deep learning and NLP. How have those plus cloud computing fueled this AI boom we're seeing?
It's really the combination of these three that's created this environment for innovation.
Yep.
Deep learning, it needs a lot of power to learn from all that data, and the cloud provides that. NLP benefits from the data and the power of the cloud too.
Yeah.
So, it's moved beyond just doing one specific task. It's more general and powerful now.
Right. Yeah, it's everywhere now.
Yeah.
And the innovation is accelerating. Like, where do you see this next wave of AI advancements going?
I think we're going to see AI models that are more adaptable,
Yeah.
so they can learn and apply that learning to different tasks.
Okay.
And then foundation models like GPT, trained on tons of data, can be fine-tuned for different things. Multimodal AI that processes text, images, audio all at once,
Wow.
and reinforcement learning. That's where AI learns by trial and error,
Oh, yeah.
like optimizing real-world things like robotics, autonomous systems. Really promising stuff.
It's almost hard to keep up, you know?
It really is.
One area that's really interesting is AI and creativity. AI generating art, composing music, helping make films.
Yeah, the impact is huge.
What do you see happening there?
Well, we see AI creating visual effects very efficiently.
Right.
AI-powered script writing tools, they can brainstorm ideas, even write drafts. It's not replacing human creativity, but augmenting it,
Right.
giving artists new tools and possibilities. Big conversation in those fields.
That's an important distinction. Augmentation, not replacement. So looking ahead, we've covered, data as the fuel, cloud as the infrastructure, AI as the engine.
Right.
How do you see these things evolving, interacting in the future? What are some trends to watch based on all your research?
Well, the future's definitely interconnected. AI-driven automation will keep changing jobs, so upskilling and adapting is key. Then you have quantum computing and AI coming together. That could lead to some huge breakthroughs.
Wow.
We'll see more cloud and edge computing, more real-time applications, like healthcare, finance, smart cities. It's going to be a huge transformation.
It is fascinating and a little overwhelming. But
Correct.
this deep dive, based on what you sent us, has given, I think, a good understanding of what's happening. The AI revolution is just getting started, and the potential is massive. So for you, the listener, think about what this means for you. Maybe explore some of those areas that really caught your interest.
And that brings up a final thought. Given what we can now do with AI, the massive data, the cloud infrastructure, what problems can we solve now that we never could before?
Yeah.
That's the big question when you think about how all these powerful technologies are coming together.
It is. And who knows what new ethical dilemmas might arise because of that, too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's an exciting and challenging time.
It is. Well, thanks for being with us for this deep dive. I hope you found it useful, and we look forward to seeing you next time.
Absolutely. Always a pleasure.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.